Welcome back, Ascension family. If you are new to my channel, like, share, and subscribe to help me grow. I'm Patrizia, an Ascension healer, Christ consciousness teacher, etheric surgeon, and cosmic light worker. Today, I'm sharing channeled messages from my second book, The Chosen One. In this second chapter are all stories about my past lives' healings. The scribed messages hold the light frequency to heal your life as well. I recommend that you just sit and close your eyes and just allow the words to wash over you and the light frequency to transmit through your whole body to receive the healing as well. This story is titled Temple in Athens, Olympic Games. Apostles Paul was managing the construction of this prominent temple in the city of Athens. There was political unrest and two factions were arguing over the naming, size, and internal features of the structure. It was to be built in the time for the Olympic Games, and so timelines and organization was important. Paul was a very task-orientated man, skilled in many areas of building himself, but he'd worked his way into a supervisory position, which held much more responsibility. He was particularly associated with many talented stonemasons and artists who were given the opportunity to work on this major structure. There had been disagreements in council about how some of the features would be positioned. Paul was getting increasingly frustrated that the project was suffering so many delays over some argumentative councilmen who thought they knew it all. Some of the complaints are ridiculous and can't work, nor in the time that we have to build it anyway. Paul appears in the chambers once again after being called from the site. With all due respect, Your Honour, I cannot absorb all these delays and decisions must be made and now, as the games are just 8 months away and it must be completed by then. The king must not be humiliated and by the incompletion. You can continue, Paul, but I cannot promise payment over works which have not yet been approved by all members of council. This is the way our almighty city has been built. But what if everyone just went ahead and built whatever they wanted? We example a democracy, Paul. Regardless of the games or God himself, if it is meant to be erected this way, the gods will see it will be done. Paul was frustrated, but found it even more infuriating to waste precious time arguing. He returned to site where workers, labourers, and masons had gathered. He explained that not all details have been approved by the council. We can still begin, but risk non-payment if in the end, what we built is not improved. Only 50% of the workers remained. Paul picked up the tools and began working as well. It was in the honor of his great city and the king that pushed them to work at the risk of possible non-payment. Paul was concerned and felt it was unfair, but at least he was not alone, working alongside a team in unity. They worked night and day, long hours, and periodically. Paul would attend council to ask whether all 25 items on their list had reached resolution. Slowly but surely, more items were approved and marked off his list. Payment in gold was assured for these items. The men were happy and celebrated. They would be recognized and honored for such amazing architectural and structural work when the world visits Athens in a few short months. However, they still need to feed their families in the meantime. Time was running short. Many men had not completed their area of work and left as they were afraid to continue on in case they would not be paid. In the final weeks, Paul was left with only 3 others. They were practically enslaved, working day and night. Paul was so angry and tired, but continued. He prayed very hard and asked God to please allow all works to be approved and to be paid for in full. And of course, that the world would be the witness to one of the greatest structures in Greece. It truly was magnificent, majestic, and monumental. These included sculptures, goddesses, a great white beauty indeed. Paul had lost a lot of weight and had the drive and determination of a lion. On the opening ceremony of the games, an enormous crowd gathered and thousands of people were in the square. There were flags, fabrics, music, and food everywhere. A huge fabric like a curtain covers the temple. The Olympic Games president is speaking on a podium, announcing the unveiling of this grand structure. The curtain suddenly falls and the building is revealed. An enormous cheer. The crowd goes wild and the music begins to play. Paul is exhausted but so happy and accomplished. He's wearing white and red. And did he receive payment? Yes, of course he did. And he also received a promotion to work within the palace of the royal family, supervising and coordinating royal structures. Blocks have been removed and healing has taken place. Amen. Thank you for listening. Below in the description are all links to my services and products. Looking forward to sharing my next story. Namaste.